For organizations looking to integrate and innovate, the DataStream API is the key. Built from the ground up by RCS, this API offers a simplified, plain English way to connect Counterpoint to the world.
This was created on a built from the ground up Counterpoint API developed by RCS. So this sits on a framework that we created from scratch that has no connection or dependencies to the NCR Counterpoint API. It uses their own API, which we have complete control over, of building new endpoints and control over the roadmap and control of how we can pull data from Counterpoint. And I mention that because it is built on an open API framework. Once you sign up for DataStream, you also get access to that. And what we're looking at here is what's called a Swagger page. And Swagger is kind of de facto standard API documentation. So if you give this to a tinkerer or a developer who wants to integrate your system and they say, hey, yeah, you have this POS, but you have an API. I don't want to work with your vendor. I want the API to get the data. If you give them this link, they will know what to do with it. So it's really a developer's best friend. And it's connected, so once we deliver it, we would, give you this URL, the URL to the API. And then we would also give you credentials in the form of a API key and a secret, also known as like a username and password. And when we do that, this just gives you full access to all of these features and functionality. To that point, so because this is Swagger, this is what I like to call like a living, breathing document. And this API is and it even actually says it right here, we're under active development with this. So once you get the DataStream product and you have access to this Swagger, as we release new features and functionality and endpoints, they're just going to appear here and you will have access to them. And that's obviously based on our development roadmap. It's not like you need to call support and turn on a feature or function or request access. As we develop these different endpoints, you will just get them and be able to use them. As of today, what you can do with a backend API, we have access to customers. So we can add new customer records, we can update customer records, and you can get a list of customer records. Speaking of customers, this is also how our Loyalty Hub product is also built on the same API and utilizes this endpoint. Inventory is a big one, important for folks. So you can get inventory, you can get item metadata. Right now, in terms of back office functionality, we can get and post inventory adjustments. And I will say that the back office functions, we are expanding. So in the future, probably expect to see things like purchase requests, purchase orders, transfers, to really fill in the gaps that are missing with the stock Counterpoint API. And then scrolling down here, you can also create tickets and quotes, and then you can get a list of tickets as well. So if you have your own, say like Domo integration or Microsoft BI integration or Tableau or whatever platform it is, and you say you don't want to use, our analytics tool is cool, but you have more dashboards that you want to use, you can just use our get tickets endpoint and it will give you the raw, it's something called JSON, basically just the raw data. And I just want to drill into, I'm kind of nearing the end here, but I just want to drill quickly into one of these endpoints. They're all like this, but really unlike the NCR API, we built this with simplicity in mind. And I say that because throughout all of these endpoints, you'll see that they're in English. And kind of a firm believer that when you build APIs and you're integrating with different platforms, you can't expect somebody who doesn't know anything about Counterpoint or your platform to know about it. Really, that's not the goal of APIs. It's really to make it as simple as possible to integrate things. And that's our number one goal with all of these. So if I drill down to, say, inventory here, you'll see this is just all in English. And if you're ever familiar with the Counterpoint API, it just returns all of the backend field names, and it can be very, very confusing for somebody to integrate it with because they don't know Counterpoint at all. And then the same thing, actually the cool one, the same thing is with items. And unlike the Counterpoint API, we do support grids, so you can optionally return grids. and you can optionally return barcodes. And again, everything is just in plain English, very easy to understand, very organized, and kind of set up in a way that's easy to use.
Whether you're syncing with marketing tools or custom dashboards, the RCS API makes it seamless. This concludes our series. Contact your RCS account manager to start your DataStream journey today.